5 most deadly members in the Hells Angel history. Today, we have an enthralling and bone-chilling topic on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Brace yourselves as we delve straight into the captivating world of the infamous motorcycle club known as the Hells Angels. In this video, we will be immersing ourselves in the dark side of their history, shedding light on the 5 most lethal members that have ever graced their notorious ranks. These individuals have etched their names into the annals of the Hells Angels legacy through their violent escapades and sinister reputations. So without any further delay, let's jump headfirst into this riveting exploration. 1. Sonny Barger. Our first deadly member is none other than Sonny Barger, one of the founding members of the Hells Angels. Let's dive deeper into his life and the crimes he committed that earned him his notorious reputation. Sonny Barger was born on October 8, 1938, in Modesto, California. He played a pivotal role in establishing the Hells Angels as one of the most influential and feared motorcycle clubs in the world. Barger's leadership and involvement in criminal activities solidified his position as a deadly member within the club. One of the key incidents that escalated Barger's notoriety was the infamous 1969 Altamont Speedway incident. The Hells Angels were hired as security for a free music festival headlined by the Rolling Stones. However, the event took a dark turn when violence erupted between the Hells Angels and concertgoers. Barger, along with other Hells Angels members, was involved in a fatal altercation that resulted in the stabbing death of 18-year-old Meredith Hunter. The incident showcased the violent and lawless reputation of the Hells Angels and further solidified Barger's position as a dangerous figure. Barger was also known for his involvement in various criminal activities, including drug trafficking, extortion, and organized violence. The Hells Angels, under Barger's leadership, expanded their criminal empire, engaging in illicit activities to maintain their control and dominance over their territories. Despite his criminal involvement, Barger was a charismatic leader who garnered a significant following within the Hells Angels. His ability to inspire loyalty and command respect among his club members contributed to the longevity and growth of the Hells Angels. However, Barger's criminal activities eventually caught up with him. He faced numerous legal battles throughout his life, including charges related to drug trafficking and racketeering. Barger served time in prison on different occasions, but he continued to exert influence over the Hells Angels even during his incarcerations. It is important to note that while Barger's criminal actions and reputation for violence are well documented, he has also been involved in various philanthropic endeavors and has written books that offer insights into the world of motorcycle clubs. Sonny Barger's legacy as one of the most deadly members in Hells Angels history is a testament to the dark and violent side of the motorcycle club. His involvement in criminal activities and the infamous Altamont Speedway incident have forever etched his name into the annals of the Hells Angels history. 2. Harry Taco Bowman. Now let's delve into the life and crimes of Harry Taco Bowman, the second deadly member on our list. Bowman's involvement with the Hells Angels and his ruthless activities in the criminal underworld earned him a fearsome reputation within the motorcycle club. Harry Taco Bowman was born on July 17, 1949, in West Virginia, USA. He became a prominent figure within the Hells Angels and eventually rose to the position of the president of the Detroit chapter, which was known for its involvement in illicit activities. Bowman was notorious for his engagement in drug trafficking, particularly the distribution of cocaine and methamphetamine. He played a significant role in expanding the Hells Angels drug operations, which allowed the club to amass substantial wealth and power. Under Bowman's leadership, the Detroit chapter of the Hells Angels became one of the most dominant and feared factions within the club. He enforced his authority through violence and intimidation, leading to numerous conflicts with rival gangs and law enforcement agencies. One of the most notable incidents involving Bowman was the infamous War of 84 Inches between the Hells Angels and the Outlaws Motorcycle Club. The conflict resulted in a series of violent clashes, bombings, and murders as both groups fought for control over the lucrative drug trade in the region. Bowman's ruthlessness during this period further solidified his reputation as a deadly member of the Hells Angels. However, Bowman's criminal activities eventually caught up with him. In 1999, he was arrested and charged with racketeering, conspiracy, and murder as part of a massive federal indictment against the Hells Angels. He was found guilty and received multiple life sentences, effectively ending his reign as the president of the Detroit chapter, and marking the downfall of one of the most dangerous figures in the history of the Hells Angels. Harry Taco Bowman's involvement in drug trafficking and his role as the president of the Detroit chapter left a lasting impact on the Hells Angels' criminal operations. His ruthlessness, strategic thinking, and willingness to resort to violence made him a feared and deadly member within the motorcycle club. While incarcerated, Bowman's legacy as one of the most dangerous individuals in the Hells Angels' history continues to reverberate through the annals of organized crime. 3. Mark Papa Guzzo. Moving on to our next deadly member, let's explore the life and crimes of Mark Papa Guzzo, a Canadian Hells Angels member who left a trail of violence and fear in his wake. Mark Papa Guzzo was a prominent figure within the Hells Angels and played a significant role in expanding the club's influence in Canada. Born in 1956, Guzzo rose through the ranks, becoming a highly influential member within the organization. Guzzo was deeply involved in the drug trade, specifically the production and distribution of methamphetamine and marijuana. He was known for his business acumen and his ability to organize sophisticated drug operations, allowing the Hells Angels to dominate the Canadian drug market. As a member of the Hells Angels, Guzzo was no stranger to violence. He was involved in numerous conflicts with rival gangs, using intimidation and force to protect the Hells Angels' interests. Guzzo's reputation for violence and his ability to navigate the criminal underworld earned him respect and fear within the motorcycle club. However, it was Guzzo's involvement in a murder case that ultimately led to his downfall. In 2004, he was convicted of ordering the murder of a rival gang member, resulting in a life sentence. The murder trial shed light on the extreme measures Guzzo and the Hells Angels were willing to take to maintain their power and control over the criminal landscape. 4. Maurice Mom Boesso. Let's now explore the life and crimes of Maurice Mom Boesso, a former Hells Angels member from the Oakland chapter who gained notoriety for his involvement in various criminal activities. Maurice Mom Boesso, born in 1938, was a formidable presence within the Hells Angels, known for his involvement in drug trafficking and acts of violence. Boesso was notorious for his cunning tactics and his willingness to use violence to maintain the Hells Angels' control over their territories. Boesso's criminal exploits were wide-ranging, including drug trafficking, extortion, and murder. He played a significant role in the Hells Angels' criminal operations, contributing to their expansion and influence in the underworld. One of the defining moments of Boesso's criminal career occurred in 1987 when he was convicted of multiple murders. His involvement in these heinous acts sent shockwaves through the motorcycle club and solidified his reputation as a deadly member of the Hells Angels. Boesso's crimes were not limited to violence against rival gangs. He was also known for his involvement in internal conflicts within the Hells Angels. These clashes often resulted in bloodshed, as Boesso and his allies fought to maintain their power and control within the club. However, justice eventually caught up with Boesso. He was sentenced to life in prison for his involvement in the murders and other criminal activities. His conviction marked the end of his reign as one of the most feared and deadly members in the history of the Hells Angels. 5. George Christie. Our final deadly member is George Christie, a former president of the Hells Angels Ventura chapter. Let's explore his life, criminal activities, and the legacy he left behind. George Christie, born in 1947, rose to prominence within the Hells Angels and became the president of the Ventura chapter. Christie was known for his charisma, intelligence, and strategic thinking, which allowed him to effectively organize the club's criminal activities. Christie's involvement in criminal operations encompassed various illicit activities, including drug trafficking, extortion, and organized violence. He played a significant role in expanding the Hells Angels' criminal empire, particularly in Southern California. Under Christie's leadership, the Ventura chapter thrived, becoming one of the most influential and powerful factions within the Hells Angels. He maintained a tight-knit group and enforced loyalty and discipline among his members. However, in 2011, Christie's criminal activities caught up with him when he was arrested and charged with racketeering. The charges were related to his involvement in various criminal acts, including conspiracy, drug trafficking, and violent acts committed in furtherance of the Hells Angels' interests. Despite his incarceration, Christie's influence and legacy within the Hells Angels persist. His ability to navigate the criminal underworld, forge alliances, and expand the club's criminal operations showcased his skills as a formidable and dangerous member. And there you have it, folks, the 5 most deadly members in the history of the Hells Angels. From Sonny Barger to George Christie, these individuals have left a trail of violence and destruction in their wake, cementing their place in the dark annals of the motorcycle club's history. Their involvement in criminal activities, from drug trafficking to murder, has perpetuated the notorious reputation of the Hells Angels. Remember, this video is intended for educational purposes only, shedding light on the darker aspects of history. Thank you for joining us today, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more gripping content. Until next time, stay safe and curious. This concludes our exploration of the 5 most deadly members in the Hells Angels history. We hope you found this video informative and captivating. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, let us know in the comments if there are any other intriguing topics you'd like us to cover in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.